What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Bandai 1989 Mechagodzilla vinyl figure. That's right, my Zillions, this is a 1989 figure, although it is a reissue, sort of the 1983 original Bandai figure of a Mechagodzilla. Now, there are a lot of differences here. Before we get to that, happy birthday to Mechagodzilla. It is the 50th anniversary of Mechagodzilla. Now, I missed the exact date. I think it was March 21st. But I wanted to film actually this or one other. There's another Mechagodzilla in my backlog that I want to work on. But I couldn't do it at that point. I already had videos filmed for that week anyway, so it was one of those things where I just needed the time to get to them and needed not for something new to be here, and I've had a lot of new stuff lately, so I've featured it all, but and which I should. But yeah, we're gonna be celebrating some Mechagodzilla here on the channel. As you know, I love me some Mechagodzilla. We're gonna be doing a fresh top 10 list at some point this year. And to do so, I want to make sure I have, most of the stuff in my backlog represented in reviews. Now, I don't think I've reviewed every last thing because my collection, precedes the channel, but there's two that I've gotten within that channel's time, and that includes this guy. So, we'll talk about all of the differences of this compared to the original after the jump. So, without any further ado, let's get to the review. So the first thing I want to say is shout out to Kaiju Live. I had picked this guy up on Kaiju Live a while back. And I did want to, say thanks because they've added so many things to my collection over the years through their auction shows, which has now moved to the Whatnot app. So if you're looking for Kaiju Live and you're looking to buy some stuff from their auctions, do check them out on Whatnot. Check out their Facebook pages when they're going to be on. So I highly recommend you doing so. I haven't had a chance to check them out on Whatnot yet myself, but I plan to do so. And I plan to possibly be in on Whatnot myself in the near future. So do look out for that, for news about that, because I find it to be a very interesting platform. And it kind of makes sense for me to sell maybe some kaiju stuff on there. So we'll see, or maybe some other stuff. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So let's talk about this guy a little bit further than we did. First up, he comes with a completely different tag than the original 83 figure. It is a Destroy All Monsters tag, which is pretty funny, and it does say 1989. I guess this is the tag they were putting on the Bandai figures in 1989. As you can see, the original tag is still on there. I wasn't about to take that off. So apparently, the 1983 mold got pretty damaged, and when they decided to reissue these, they had to use a 1984 Mechagodzilla to help recreate this particular mold. So this ends up being slightly smaller than that original 1983 figure, from what I've gathered. Also, the paint is a little bit different here than the original one. So you could say it's kind of a new thing, but, it's kind of a reissue, kind of not. You know what I'm saying? But this is a very, very cool Mechagodzilla figure. Now, I mean, it's from 1989, so you're going to have some faults on it at this point. Some little bit of damage, but it's very minimal. The only one I really, really see, and we might see a little more Nixon stuff as we go, but the one that's really obvious is this one on his belly right there. But it's totally fine. It's not a big deal. As you can see, it's got some black wash in spots. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's part of the changes. So you got black over the silver. Kind of looks like he's battle damaged in a way. It's pretty cool. I do like it. I love it all on the back here. The black in back. Black on back. It looks pretty good. The nice black spray. It's a nice mold. It's a very cool. It's got that old school flavor of toy making and toy design, and I like that a lot. His hands are straight out, but it looks cool. I do like it. They are a little small, but the sculpt work is pretty tremendous overall. And again, I like that classic old, very old design. It's rare that I get to look at something here on the channel from that time period. So it's always pretty cool to do so. I mean, it took me a while to get to this, but that's okay. You know, it's fitting now that at 50th anniversary I have this and one other thing, which I also got on Kaiju Live, that I definitely want to look at and we'll see about more in the future. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be looking at that other Mechagodzilla piece, but we're going to mix it in as we go. 50th anniversary is all year long, so it's not like I have to make it close to the actual date, you know what I'm saying? But it looks pretty good. As you can see here, there is, you know, the darker gray that kind of stops at the neck, and then the head is pretty much all silver, except for the top. You know, it does get black again, so I don't know why they did it quite like that. No real gradation there. But, you know, it is what it is. The eyes look pretty good. One is a little more orange than the other, but it's not so much different. It looks pretty good overall. The mouth looks pretty good. The nose looks pretty good. The little ear things in red look pretty good. You can spin his head if you want, create a force field. And then we got rivets galore on this guy, which is always one of my favorite things about the Mechagodzilla design, is the copious amount of rivets throughout. You have the MG here. It is not painted, but it's fine. It's towards the back here. It's usually on the side, but that's fine. I like this part here, the frilly parts. I like them. I think they look good. Again, the hands look pretty good. The chest looks pretty good. The X marks the spot, the double X's. Looks really nice. The bottom part here, the belt, looks very, very good. Again, the dorsals are pretty nice. I do dig the tail as well. It's very well done. You know, the silvers and the blacks, the gunmetals, they all look pretty good together, I have to say. It's a nice piece, man. I am so glad I was able to get this one. You know, as a huge Mechagodzilla fan, this was one that I'm glad I was able to get. And I'm pretty sure I got this guy at a really, really good price, if I remember. Overall, my experience when I've gone to Kaiju Live and I've participated in their auctions have been pretty good. I've gotten some really, really good deals. Maybe I just bid on stuff that other people don't want, but I've made out pretty good over the years. And again, it's been a little while now, but you know, I've been trying to like calm down a little bit on the spending. The teeth are also in yellow. I wanted the front teeth at least, a little bit on the side, but the front teeth, it might be gold. I think this is actually gold. Silver and gold! Silver and gold. But yeah, good looking piece. I like it. It looks really nice. Proportions are pretty good. The feet look pretty good. Missile feet. Again, they were in black. The little missile knees. All of it looks pretty good. You know, I mean, this, I gotta say, besides that thing and a few little, like, scrapes here and there, this guy's in really good shape for as old as he is. And he's a tall figure. He's a good, he's in that 8-inch scale. So, very, very nice Mechagodzilla. And for your size comparison, kept it simple. Just a few other Mechagodzillas to show you of Mechagodzilla 1 here. And that is the Diamond Select, the Movie Monsters series, and the SH Monster Arts, who desperately needs a new one. And since we're in the 50th anniversary, Tamashi, how about redoing this figure? Because... And don't give us another version of this one. Can you redo it bigger, better? Because this one to me was no good. And my final thoughts. This is a really awesome figure. First and foremost, let's talk about the figure. It's really cool. Still holds up. It's in great condition for being something that's from 1989. It's pretty awesome. You know, like I really dig it. I really dig the story behind this one too. I think it's pretty interesting. I love like the history of some of this stuff, and to be able to relay that to you guys every once in a while is pretty sweet, you know what I'm saying? So this was a really good one to do to kick off my own personal celebration of Mechagodzilla's 50th birthday. Yes, it wasn't to the day of movies release, but the 50th anniversary is all year, and we're going to be doing some celebrating here on the channel. I got at least one more review to do that I know off the bat that I'm going to be doing. A top 10 list towards the later half of the year, and we'll see if I get anything else of Mechagodzilla in the time in between. But we also got all the celebrations ongoing as well all year. Transformers is the 40th anniversary. TMNT is at their 40th anniversary. So lots of celebration here to do on the channel. Aren't you glad I am a diverse reviewer? Because we get to celebrate all of these lines that are so awesome. And this is a fantastic one. Really great figure. Shout out again to Kaiju Live. Do check them out on Whatnot for their auctions. Maybe get yourself something nice as well. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'm going to join you in those comments as well. Let's get that conversation going. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection and yet still get some of the most kaiju reviews on YouTube. Till next time, peace out, peeps.